Today we're going to do a quick walkthrough of the Purcell Prusik. Now this is my favorite way to run a tether. I found this out in the rock climbing world as I was doing that sort of stuff and kind of brought it over here, used it with the holiday harness. You're going to need about, depending on how the length of tether you want, I think I did about 19 feet of this 6mm cordelet. I then tied two fisherman's knot on the end here to create a loop. From here, it gets a little more difficult. So we're gonna do a quick walkthrough. So you're gonna wanna put the loop end of your loop, you're gonna put the loop around your hand, and you're gonna go around your thumb 3 times, right? And then you're gonna do the same thing around your pinky, and you're gonna bring those together and pop this out. So this is a fairly complicated knot, right? It has some amazing features that are quite unique for it. This is the start right here. You got your Prusik right there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to attach this straight to my harness here. And then run this tag end all the way through these little holes. So now we got to dress the knot. So it's going to look pretty jumbled when you get it in here, but you're just going to go ahead and start to dress that knot and figure out where each one of these go. The diameter of your Prusik needs to be smaller than the diameter of your tether. But because you have 2 strands here, it works quite well. So now that I've dressed my knot, you'll notice that looks exactly like a Prusik does. That's because it is. And the reason why I like this is because I am attached directly to my tether, but it's adjustable, right? So I can adjust the length without having any carabiners in my system down here. That allows me to only have 1 carabiner as I attach around the tree, and I'll show you what that looks like. So I've got my Purcell Prusik set up here. It's attached directly to my holiday harness. It might seem like there's a lot here to deal with. What do you do with it when you're hiking around in the woods in the meantime? You just pull it out about 10 inches or so, and as you do this more, you'll get better to figure out exactly how much length you need here. And you're going to double back, and you're just going to go ahead and start wrapping this around at the bottom here. Now this is a fairly quick way to get it all wrapped up. So I just keep twisting that rope around and tightening it down on itself. You're going to pass this part through the little loop at the end, pop it on the end, and run this around your waist here. All right, there we go, we got it. So as you can see, it is nice out of the way. So that way when you're walking in, transporting this, there's no need for any extra bags or anything like that. It just stays right at your side. All right, so I am now in my tree. Quick note, you know, I'm in the tree stand. You always want to tether in to the tree before you get in your tree stand, but for demonstration purposes, I am in here right now. I'm low to the ground, so I'm perfectly safe. I'll do a quick walkthrough how I use this once I get into the tree. So I've got 1 carabiner in this system. That's one of the reasons why I like it. It eliminates almost all the metal with the exception of just that one. I've got my little system here that unties really quite easily here. So I use a bunt line hitch to attach to the tree, and that is my favorite knot for this particular application. There's a lot of different knots you can use out there, but this is the one I use. So real quickly, what you do with that is you take it, you wrap your rope around the tree, just like so, and wrap it around, and then you're going to do one right through there. Basically, you're just creating a clove hitch around the rope. Now this is adjustable, and that's the reason why I like it, is you can pull it out and pop it in, move it up and down the tree, but more importantly, it cinches to the tree, so you don't have to worry about this coming loose and falling down, right? So it cinches to the tree, just like that. And now one of the main things that you have to also remember to do if you're using this knot is to have your carabiner at the loop end of this tag of the rope and just attach it right to the tether and then lock it down. So that ensures if the knot were to slip, which it shouldn't, but if it were to slip, you have this extra safety here, this carabiner as a backup. Now I'm going to go ahead and adjust this down just a touch. I like to keep it really in between my belly button and my chest level. And then I have this Prusik to adjust any more of the slack. So as you can see here, I've got my tether tight. I'm going to adjust that a little bit more now that I'm seated. I can take a shot from this way all the way around, and if I need to, I can stand up and shoot this way as well. When you're in the standing position, you also want to kind of adjust that Prusik to keep it nice and tight, but you can hybrid hunt in this. So I do this quite often. Usually I'll have my tether a little bit higher, but I'll lean back in my harness and hunt in the stand this way. It is a fantastic way to do so, and this harness is really good to have that dual purpose nature of both kind of using it as a hybrid saddle slash tree stand harness. So.